Hi learners! So today our reading lesson is going to be focused on punctuation. So we're going to be having a look at what these things mean again. We're going to be looking out for these ones here in particular in the writing. And we're also going to be exploring a little bit about character and how we can portray different characters when we read. Let's get started. So first of all, we should all know what this one here is. It happens at the end of a sentence and it indicates that it's time for us to pause and take a breath. That's right, it's a full stop. And over here next to it, we have something that also occurs at the bottom of a line. It's almost like a full stop because it indicates that we do need to pause and take a breath. It's usually used in either really long sentences or when we're making lists of things. It's called a comma. Down here we have our question mark. And that's in the name, isn't it? So this indicates that we're asking a question. And here is our exclamation mark. Now that normally means that we need to put a little bit more emphasis on what we're reading. So sometimes it means that we have to do a little bit of a yelly voice, or maybe it means that we're a little bit grumpy. But there's usually other clues in the text that let us know what we're supposed to be doing. But these ones are the ones we're going to be focusing on today. And they are called speech marks. And when they're included in a story, they tell us that someone is talking. And when someone's talking, sometimes we can create a voice for that character, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So I have got a book here today. It's called Scaredy Boo, and it's written by Claire Friedman and Russell Julian, and it's one of my favourites. Under the bed lived a monster named Scaredy Boo. Boo was afraid of everything. He would have been scared of you. You can see I put a little bit more emphasis on the word you because there's an exclamation mark there. And here's poor little Boo. Each night, the other small monsters raced around the house having fun. Though all the children were sleeping, Boo feared they'd wake up someone. We've got another exclamation mark there. Oh, looking over at this page, I can see we've got our first set of speech marks. Can you see it there? That means someone's talking. If I have a look for clues in the writing, I can see that it's Boo that's talking. So it says Boo sighed, and then the talking starts. Now, what do we know about the character Boo so far? Well, his name's Scaredy Boo, isn't it? And he said a lot about things that he's afraid of. So maybe for Boo, I'll have kind of a scared, frightened voice on. So it'll be like this. I'm little Scaredy Boo monster. Does that sound scared? No, that sounds pretty confident, doesn't it? Scared, let's see. I'll draw myself up a little bit and I'll put a bit of a quiver in my voice. Does that sound better? Let's keep reading. Boo sighed. I'm frightened of big things, small things and wiggly things too. I'm little Scaredy Boo monster. Wouldn't these things scare you? And then over here, we've got the close of the speech marks. That means that he's stopped talking for now. We can go back to talking in a normal voice. Scaredy Boo didn't like noises, things that went crackle or squeak. Hearing strange whispers and rustles made poor Boo's legs go all weak. Lots of exclamation marks in this writing. Boo was afraid of things tickly, things that had big furry ears, things that had noses all twitchy. These were Boo's worst monster fears. Ooh. There's another thing, another set of speech marks. Let's see what happens. Late one night, Boo heard loud footsteps. I think this is Boo talking still, so I have to put on my scared voice. Help! Something's out there, he said. And there's another set of speech marks, but this one's not said by Boo. Let's try a different voice for that one. Hello, the thing called. You hiding? It peeked at Boo under the bed. Scaredy Boo trembled. There's more speech marks, and I think it's Boo talking, so I'm going to put on Boo's voice again. Who are you? I jump when someone shouts Boo. I'm little Scaredy Boo monster. Wouldn't you be scared too? Some more speech marks, and this is somebody else talking, the new person. So, new person's voice went, Why are you scared? Smiled the stranger. I'm Spike, a monster like you. Come out and let's play together. Playing's what monsters do. I like these exclamation marks. Poor Boo felt pretty worried. He'd never been out before. Nighttime was all dark and scary. Crickety creak creaked the floor. This is Spike speaking again, so a confident voice for that one. Come on, Spike called to Boo kindly. Let's play with all of these toys. Oh, and now Scaredy's talking. Shh, Scaredy whispered. The children! You'll wake them with all of the noise. Can you see how it's a little bit of fun to read with character voices too? Boo saw a huge black shape looming. Oh, what a horrible sight. Help! He cried, diving for cover. There he sat, shaking with fright. Scaredy Boo stuttered. What is that? I jump when someone shouts Boo. I'm little Scaredy Boo monster. Wouldn't you be scared too? Poor Boo, he's having such a frightful time. Now it's Spike talking again. That's just your shadow, Spike told Boo. Everything has one. Look, see? Scaredy Boo felt a little bit silly. All I was scared of was me. Just then, Boo stopped with a quiver. What's that? He pointed with fear. Big-eared and floppy and furry. It's much too scary around here. That's just a teddy bear, Spike said. Boo asked him, do teddies bite? No, Spike laughed. Teddies are friendly, and they love to cuddle at night. Help! There's a twitchy thing, Boo gasped. Spike grinned. It's only a mouse. Ooh, it's quite friendly, Boo giggled. I like exploring this house. Scaredy Boo met all of the monsters. It's so much fun playing, he said. Thank you, Spike. I'm glad you found me. It's lonely under the bed. Boo shouted, let's play tomorrow! And you can see there's an exclamation point to make sure that we shout really loudly. It's so exciting and new! Shh! All his monster friends whispered. You're noisy now, little Boo. That is quite a good story for speech marks, wasn't it? There was two main characters, so we knew Scaredy Boo, and we knew about him because it was in his name, wasn't it? He was quite scared, so we could put on quite a scared little voice. And then his new friend Spike seemed quite confident, so we got to put on a little bit more of a confident voice when we saw that he was speaking. So my challenge for you today is when you are reading a book in Bug Club, or when someone in your bubble is reading you a story, look out for the speech marks, figure out who is speaking, and see if you can put on a voice that suits their character. So if it's a big, brave person, you might need to put on a big, confident voice. And if it's someone little, you might want to put on a little voice like this. I look forward to hearing all of your voices and hearing about your adventures. If you'd like to send a video through to Hero with you practicing some of your different character voices, I would love to see it. Or else we will see them when we get back to school.